Morning, gang. I really need to get a tripod, one of those fancy ones that like follows you around the room. Have you seen them on TikTok? I'm going to get one and I'll come back and show it you. It's like 12 quid. I refuse to pay loads of money. And then I'm like, oh, I'm stuck like this. I can't, like, if I stand like this, I mean, that's not great, is it? Let's be honest. Anyway, I can't move you. You're stuck there. Lots of you loved my behind the scenes yesterday, so I thought, well, let's do it again. So, what day are we on? Tuesday. Monday night's parcels are going out the door. I like doing this, and I didn't realise this is such a weird thing to do. But I like playing Jenga with the parcels, which is really naughty. Don't worry, I pack them well. They're not going to get damaged. But I love building towers to see. Like, tell me I don't work on my own too much because I think I might be losing my marbles. But I like to see how high I can go. I've done one before, right, that it was taller than me, and I was so proud of it. And then I was like, right, got to take you to the post office now. So yeah, too much time on my own. I'm already missing Carolyn. Come back, Carolyn, come back. So we're going to go to the post office. Not even got a clue how I'm going to film that. And if you lot think I'm walking down the village with all the parcels on my back and this tiny fluffy microphone, you can think again. So if you can't hear me, you can't hear me. But I'm going now because it's 9:15 before the chaos hits the village. I reckon we had about 8,000, somebody said, of villagers yesterday because it was football in the river. I didn't go down, but it was chaos. In fact, none of the locals go down because it's utter chaos. So let me know if you've been to football in the river on an August bank holiday in Bourton-on-the-Water, because God knows where you parked. But if you do ever go, you need to drop me a mention because I might be able to sort you out a little bit of parking nearby. Anyway, what am I going to do? I've got wholesale orders to go out and these parcels to go and drop off, and we're going to do that together. And then we're going to come back and probably hit the road running with a cup of coffee because I can't function without coffee. So we're going to do that. The witchy, pumpkiny moulds are super low now. My God, I didn't even tell you lot I'd put those on the website. You sneaky, sneaky lot. Naughty. Right, come on, let's go. Right, we're going. We're off. Bloody Trump. So I got to the post office and I took all my American parcels. I tell you what, this whole tariffs, American tariffs, is really stressing me out because a lot of you guys who watch me on YouTube, who support my little small business, are from America. So I've been messaging everybody, if you've been making orders with me, to say, are you happy to proceed with me sending your order? You're likely to get charged a tariff. And all of you say, yes, please send it, but I won't be able to refund you if you don't pay the customs because the parcel will get lost when it comes back to me. But I just took all the American parcels from over the weekend and I'm so grateful for your orders, guys. Royal Mail have said they don't take them now, so because of this whole saga. So I'm going to go and do some research for the most cost-effective courier. I am not happy using Every because, as you know, last time they switched my parcels for, well, I'm not even going to say the word, but a thermometer that goes in a certain orifice. 3 parcels to Florida got switched, and that must have happened in this country when they were all together. So the posting saga continues. A huge proportion of my orders are America. This is a massive impact on my small business, which is starting to make me feel a little bit anxious. I'm anticipating a couple of £1,000s a month loss at the moment. So I'm going to try and tackle that one head on. And on my next mission is to go and find a cardboard box. And in the village, in the ironmongery shop, we have got a cardboard box recycling depot, which I am the one that seems to raid it the most. So I'm off there to go and get some boxes, and then we'll catch up back at the studio. My microphone has died a death. My feel very close to the screen. Hang on. I will tell you, I was meant to film it, but I couldn't film it. But did you know that Create and Bloom offers a glitter drive-through service? So anybody that's local, my idea behind this was I was just being kind, and back a few months ago when I had a bit more time, it's okay with my current customers, but anyone that's in the village or local, if an order comes in, I'm like, oh my God, I can refund them their postage and I can drop it off when I'm doing the post office run. So this morning I had a couple of parcels to drop locally that I've been doing this with these people for a while, so they expect me to deliver, and I couldn't film it because of data protection, but I thought this is literally glitter drive-through. I am literally dropping one lady that I drop off to, I drop it in her living room window. And I thought, wow, this is such a thing, like a marketing tactic if ever I heard of one. Anyway, it turns out that more and more people locally are ordering, and this drive-through glitter drop-off service that I offer might have to come to an end, because it took me 35 minutes to go around the village dropping off parcels today. But yeah, I don't film it obviously, but it's just so funny to think. My idea was I'm saving the planet, carbon footprint, but I'm not at all really, because I'm going in my car. Anyway, it's one of those ideas that is now, as I've grown, kind of backfired a little bit, and I just thought it was funny, and I wish I could show you me turning up in my car, glitter delivery, because it would be so funny. Anyway, moving on. That box is off to John, and those of you who are following my story with John will know that the stress is very real, and I've decided I'm not going to be stressed anymore because I've done it. So in that box is example kits of mine ready for retail, and also all of the kits finished pieces so they can see the finished product. So pretty amazing box that. So that's going off. I have included a little letter. Oh, and thank you for taking the time to reach out and request a submission from my little business. I'm not going to keep going on and on and on, but that is my submission that they have requested. Bear in mind, they've requested me, I've not asked this. It's a lot of work, and then I thought, is this too much? So I've put in my little, when I do wholesale and go to business and shops and places like that, they have a front card with all their packages. Hello! I'm Louise, a proud artist, designer and teacher, passionate about sharing the love for arts and crafts, and a little bit about me. Perfect for starting new crafts. Go on, try one of these lovely kits, blah blah blah. So I'm going to pop that in as well, and I was thinking maybe that's too much, but I think people like to see you, don't they? They like a close-up. So I'm just going to do it. Maybe that's not a great idea, who knows. We're winging it here, as we always do. I should have put on the bottom, signed and sealed, Louise, Chief Winger. Not to be mistaken for another word, I'll have you know. Right, in it goes, and yeah, I've actually got to stick it on the out. I'm going to stick it in the side because I've actually sealed most of the box. Didn't think about that. Right. Oh, finally, sit down. What even is the time? 12 o'clock. All I've done so far is parcels. I've got a whole list of things to get done on my giant post-it notes, but I have just received a letter. So let's have a little look at this. Hopefully it's not from HMRC. Thank you. Made with love by Mr. and Mrs. Buckley. Oh, it's Joe, dear Lou, Ellie and Molly. We're so sad to see what has happened to you all. It will take time and you will be settled before you know it. Joe and Nige, look at these. She's put 3 little angels in there as well. That's obviously one for me, one for Mole. Honestly, I am so touched by everybody's kindness when we had the flood. I can say thank you forever and a day and it still wouldn't be enough. I'm absolutely touched by all of your kindness. So next plan on the list is for advent calendars is a priority, and also a huge competition that is coming into hopefully I've got a message from Nick and Laura, which is amazing. I've got 37 emails since yesterday to get through, so I'm going to do that first. I'll do a quick triage of the emails, and yeah, goodness me, what a logistical nightmare. Donald Trump. Never ever going to talk politics on my platforms, but my God, is it not hard work at the moment to ship a parcel to the US? So in my videos on the Instagram the other day, I was talking about don't panic about shipping to the US, because a lot of people are, and they were shutting down Etsy, shutting down everywhere. And I said, actually, just check with your US customers. Sorry. So I said, just check with your US customers, because they actually might pay the increased tariffs. The tariff charges, basically taxes, is what we call them here in the UK, have risen dramatically. But it is worth checking with your US customers if they still want to proceed with their order, because I've had many US orders since last week, probably 8 now, and each of them have said ship away. They're happy to be stung with the custom charge, because what happens is, if they refuse delivery, the parcel will not be returned to me. It will get lost in transit, and I'm not going to offer a refund in that case. So I'm tightening all my terms and conditions and making sure that I'm honest and open to all my US customers, which is amazing. And everybody's been really understanding about that. But Royal Mail have shut off all shipping to the US parcels. They'll send letters but not parcels. So that's caused a frenzy over the weekend for me, and I've been trying to find the right courier and so forth. And for me, Every isn't cutting it at the moment, so I'm going to try DPD. DPD have a lot of paperwork that you need to fill out. You need to fill in commodity, is that the right word? Harmonization codes. You need to print off several commercial invoices for here, UK customs, American customs, and one for yourself to go on each parcel. I have no idea that the codes are correct at this point, so I'm feeling very apprehensive. I'm going to give it a run through during September before I decide to turn off completely all US shipments. And make sure that my customers know that if it goes missing or astray, I cannot refund it, which is a really hard conversation to have. Most people understand. The other option for me would probably be, in the end, to have a US supplier or stockist, but that's a long way off. So incredibly frustrating. So I've had that to deal with all morning. I'm going to give it a go with DPD. So for reference, there's 2 pumpkin molds in this box, silicone molds, and the shipment via DPD to send these 2 parcels is costing me £22. I can't squash them in the box to make the box any smaller. I need to make sure they arrive in good nick because of the expense. So it's very expensive, and they may well get the tariff charge the other end. So it's incredibly frustrating. I mean, it's frustrating for us lot, but imagine our US friends right now. Incredibly infuriating for them, more so, I'm sure of it. So I'm battling that at the moment, bearing in mind that about 40%, that's a bit high, 30% sales are to the US for me. So it's absolutely crippling knock-on effect to my little business, and I'm just at a point of craziness. Etsy have released a statement about all of this. There's lots going on behind the scenes. I'm sure there'll be a way around it eventually. I'm not so sure. It's all to do with trading and having lots of stuff made in the US, strengthening the US as well. So politics, eh? So that's going out. Then I'm going to finish off because the children have arrived and they want me to go home, and I don't know what they want. They want lunch. I think they want lunch. I'm going to go and have a lunch break, but I am going to just finish off and talk to you about Merry Manor Cottage. No, I don't even know what it's called at this point. This week, the launch for advent calendars is about to drop, and it is very, very exciting. I am just trying to work out logistically in my head how I go about this, because I am going to be taking deposits as of this Friday. It's going to all launch. I'm still in 2 minds whether to do the full month of December and have a full-blown advent calendar, or whether to just go for 12 high-end luxury 12 days of Christmas. I think it's going to be a luxury advent calendar for people who want a little bit of luxury in their resin game. There is also going to be another option for those that might not have the budget to treat themselves for an advent calendar. I know I wouldn't be able to do that, and advent calendars aren't for everyone. So we are also going to have Santa's sack every now and then in the run up to Christmas, with different treats in the little Create and Bloom Santa sacks, which have been printed and are here. They are very beautiful. I'm going to go and get one and show you. Let me get one now. They are so beautiful, guys. So for me, advent calendars and anything Christmassy is used and short-lived and it's gone straight to landfill. There's no repurposing of that product, advent calendar or so forth. So for us here at Bloom, with Carolyn and I and Ali and everyone have all been discussing about how we can try and make things beautiful for Christmas, but also have something else in mind with them. So we've got these beautiful little velour bags, which aren't too Christmassy, but do scream luxury. They are printed and they will contain glitters, pigments, and all things that you would expect from Create and Bloom. And they will change weekly. So you might buy one sack, you might buy two sacks, and you're going to hang them on your tree. The bags are also great polishing cloths for your resin, and also great jewellery bags or any little hand gifted bags that you might give for a creation that you've made to gift to somebody else. So the bags have another use. They aren't too Christmassy. That was really important for me, but still luxury. As for Merry Manor, Merry Cottage, I don't even know what it's called at this point. Maybe you guys can help me out. I definitely want Merry Cottage or Merry Manor, that kind of feel. It's going to be it's going to be decorated a little bit Christmassy to go under your tree or wherever pride and place you have for it. But it is also a great little kind of maybe a hamper for the summer months. Maybe you could take a little picnic in it. It's going to be universal. It could be used for storage in your craft room. It's not going to go to landfill. It's not going to have one use. And that's costing me a little bit more money, but a very sensible, wise move, I think, because in the resin world of all the crafts, we need to be mindful of waste. So I'm not sure, maybe when I start editing this video, I might pop in a little snippet of what Merry Manor, Merry Cottage, the Blooming Cottage, whatever it's going to be called here, so you can have a little look. It's going to be jam-packed with new stuff. I feel like it needs to be stuff that nobody's got already, so it will be all new stuff, new pigments, new glitters, new everything going into it. I even feel like I want to have a huge collection in there that you're going to just scream for, that will take you through 2026. So it won't be Christmas inspired colours, because that's pointless in my mind. I think you need stuff for your next year's making. So I'm on the case. I've got my pen, I've got my spreadsheets, because it needs to be costed. It won't be a huge profit for Create and Bloom, but it will be a huge, hopefully, you'll share your love across all the socials. I'm just going to finish this video now because it's been a lot of talking, but we have a wonderful competition, the Apex girls and myself, for you for the month of September. You hear it all first on YouTube. What we're going to be doing is there's going to be 3 absolutely show-stopping treats up for grabs from us, and I just think it's going to be a wonderful September, seeing all your creations following on from the back of this competition. So look out very, very soon for this new competition, which is all about the month of September. Yeah, it's going to be absolutely brilliant. I can't wait for it. Get your thinking caps on with your captions, your one-liners, and your witty jokes when you're making. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, another behind the scenes of a chaotic day. As always, would you expect anything else? I don't think you would.